There's no way I could accurately, uh, break down the Major League Baseball trade deadline then with the managing editor of MLB Bro and my boy J.R. Gamble, devout Yankee apologist, I must add. So he's got to be feeling real good about the Luis Garcia signing. I thought it was a big win for the Yankees because the kid is versatile and he's found his bat. How's it playing in New York?
Well, Cashman had to do something because I just kind of feel the temperature, excuse me, of my son, JC Gamble. He's pardon, he's a real diehard Yankee fan, and he wasn't happy. Most Yankee fans don't feel like the team's moving quick enough. Didn't feel like they were doing enough. And Cashman was not in his bag, which he hasn't been in a long time. So to get Luis Garcia Jr., yes, and then he hits the home run in his first game. That's marvelous. But my son JC was saying they could have got a third. They needed help at third. They needed some more bullpen help. They needed another outfielder. So yeah, we did. They did pretty well, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to overcome their deficiencies in other areas. Right? We still going to need Jazz Chisholm to wake up. No, seriously, he's going to have to wake up. He's in this slumber where he wakes up every 8 or 9 games, does something, says he's the greatest, he's Ali, and then he disappears again. I love him, but I don't understand that part of the deal. Judge, he has to come back. He has to return.
And he has to be Superman too.
If he doesn't return, I don't see we have much chance of beating the upper echelon teams, even in the American League. It's going to be tough because Boston's coming. Tampa gives you fits. And like I said before, when you got to play division rivals, it's never good when you got to face division rivals in the playoffs. And the way it's looking, they're going to have to play a division rival in the playoffs. So that's not good for the Yankees. They lost a couple years ago because of that same dynamic. So
Well,
they
if
didn't
you do
reach
get the
through.
bats back, JR, you do realize that changes the dynamic
What
of the team.
bats? What bats back? The only bat that's guaranteed to come back is Aaron Judge. We've been hearing about Stanton forever. Stanton's hurt all the time. I can't
Yeah.
depend on Giancarlo Stanton being available for me and playing any significant role, even down the stretch. He's just taking BP, light BP. That's not really being in the thick of things, playing, had to go for it, swinging, trying to hit, home runs. Come on.
That's what you got Garcia for, though.
Okay. So you plug Garcia. Now you have one more hitter who has power. He's built for New York City. Got a lot of
Yes.
his peoples there, right
Yes,
out
he
there.
does.
So he's probably going to be happy in a happy space. If he can pull off like a Carlos Beltran to Houston type of run with the bat,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe.
He ran it all the way to the Hall of Fame too.
Yes, he
So
did.
I don't,
Maybe
I
he
don't, I
can.
don't know. Having watched Luis Garcia, and to watch him explode, was kind of crazy to me. And he's been hitting so good in Washington. I thought that they might have floated C.J. Abrams out there, but obviously,
No.
the numbers didn't crunch.
And look, all of the bros survived the cut, except Joe Adell, who, yeah, let's be honest, Joe Adell's a journeyman slugger, right? You catch lightning in a bottle every 30 games or so with Joe Adell, but the consistency is just not going to be there at this point, at this age. He was a top pick in 2017 at this point, right? I believe. So Joe Adell is what you call a professional hitter who will probably play in another 4, 5, 6, 7 teams before his career is over. Nah, I'm just saying that's how the game goes these days. He fits the prototype of a guy who's gonna play, be there for a year or two, catch some lightning, might hit you 30. You know, he's gonna hit you one, might hit under the Mendoza line at the same time. OBP might be looking a little crazy, but he can get hot. And of course, in the same vein as a Jason Hayward, when his back was depleted, his defense is phenomenal. So a player like that, he's going to play for 15 years at least, even when he begins to lose power, because that's his calling card and his saving grace is that he can put the ball out the park and the era that he plays in. Because I'm not too sure the Ron Washingtons and the Bo Porters and the guys that help, him through his tough times and gain some type of understanding of what he's good at and accept himself for who he is in this game instead of what everybody else wants. So Jordan Walker wasn't going anywhere.
Nah,
He's a
especially
big
not after
star
winning the
now.
home run derby.
They're gonna, milk it until they gotta pay these guys.
Right.
And then you're gonna see. That's when you're gonna see CJ Abrams and James Wood part ways. Because let me tell you, I think Scott Boras is James Wood's agent. I
Okay.
believe. Because I saw him at the All-Star game with Wood last year. I let him hear my James Wood song. And I said to him, I think it's Boras. I said to him, he's gonna easily be a $300 million player. He looked at me and said, 300, $400 million player. Or he said five. I can't really remember. But this definitely happened. Not this year's All Star, last year's All Star. When we were inside, and I just was
So
talking to
don't
him
tell
about
me that
CJ.
James Wood is going to be another in the long line of the Philadelphia Nats. You remember they had Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber later on,
Yeah, yeah,
and you look at the Phillies. You as a Nats fan, you think, wow, that could have been us.
yeah. But if you're the Nats and you're smart, you do what all these other teams do. You offer him now. Say, yo,
And
five
defer while you
years,
can.
5 years, 150. You
Ooh,
want it?
5
He
years,
gonna take
150.
it. He gonna take it. This is
Are you?
baseball.
Not unless you Scott Boras is not going to let him take that. That's getting away too cheap. And that's the reason that they had to get rid of Juan Soto. They had to
Okay,
get rid of all the players that we just talked about who are in Philadelphia. So Mike
probably
Rizzo
not.
did a great job shopping for the groceries. I will say that the
Well,
cupboard wasn't bare. I just don't trust the next
they need
iteration.
to give it a shot because he told you what the price was. I spoke to him
Mm-hmm.
and he told me face to face, looked at me like I was crazy when I said 300 million. And I believe he said 400 or 500. I can't remember the exact number he said. There was a lot going on that day. It was a quick convo, but I remember it was so he's looking at and then that's last year. That was Wolf's
Right.
first All-Star appearance. Remember? As a
Mm-hmm.
rookie.
As a rookie,
Now, he ain't a rookie. He just a badass superstar,
he is.
right? In the
Yep.
league. So I know that price tag is already gone up. So there's no way. Enjoy CJ Abrams and James Wood, ladies and gentlemen.
As a tandem, right?
Right. And I'm not saying that to be mean or
No, you're not.
to hope that happens. They're tremendous together. The Black Nats, we love them. Nasim Nunez,
Right.
CJ Abrams, Dalen Lyle,
Wow. Yeah.
James, but we haven't seen anything like this in a very long time. So we would love for them to actually stay together, be good, and be that representation on the big World Series stage that black baseball is back. We haven't had that moment yet,
In
right?
Chocolate City too. That would make it worth it.
We haven't had that moment yet. We're having influx, it seems, of black talent, but we haven't had that black baseball is back moment. I do see some potential, uh, you know, pathways to that, especially in Cincinnati, where we're seeing something that we've never seen in the history of modern baseball. Two black grade A arms dominating potential in both. Unfortunately, they play for an organization that just hasn't been able to get anything going, I believe, since 1990. When Tom Browning and them guys upset the Oakland A's.
Yes. The last days of the great Eric Davis, right? In
Yes,
Cincinnati,
for
yeah, before he
sure.
went to Baltimore.
For sure. They
Absolutely.
stole that
Rob
one.
Dibble was on that team.
Yep.
I work with him at ESPN. That's my dude.
And I used to love Chris Sabo with the goggles.
Yep.
Who didn't? I don't know if
He
he was on that team, but I know he started his career on the Reds, I
and
believe.
on the rare occasion that he would talk, he always had stuff to say. And it was quick. It was firm and to the point. I like to say, but I used to like going in that clubhouse. They were always cool. It was like they were Joe Morgan cool.
That was a
You know
laid
what I'm
back
saying?
clubhouse. Good
Ken Griffey
days.
good.
And them clubhouses were a little bit wilder back then.
Well,
That's why Dave Parker kept getting traded for. Clubhouse get a little unruly, a little too cultured. All right.
yeah, it was
We're not
definitely a
just
different culture
smoking weed anymore.
in the 79 Pirates clubhouse.
So they call on
They
him.
they were family for a reason.
If you read that book that was written about him that we
Mm-hmm.
ran on MLBBro.com, Dave, what's the guy's name? Dave, something that wrote the book. Sorry, I don't remember his full
I
name,
can't
but
remember. Yeah.
he had many chapters on Cobra, and his trades a lot of times coincided with them wanting him to come in and take the brothers under his wing, keep them in control,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was the Christina Aguilera era. If they're gonna do it with Dave in moderation. Like them parents talk about, well, if you're gonna smoke, smoke with me. If you're
Right.
gonna drink, drink
Drink
with
with
me.
me.
Cause
But you can't do it outside the house.
that's real.
I
That's
know
real
people have
stuff
heard
too.
that once or twice in their life before. Their names will be kept silent to protect them, type
But
deal.
but getting
I'm
back
Go
to the
ahead.
trade deadline,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of the trades that were made, they may influence division races, but I don't think that it changes the Dodgers position, even if they're not gotten Scooble.
Okay. All right. So you think now to me,
But I'm not saying it's a given that they'll win. This is
right?
baseball. I mean,
Of
that's what
course,
people
anything can
understand.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
But I did want to ask from a historic perspective here. Adding Scooble and a three-peat automatically gets Dave Roberts first ballot Hall of Fame status, or is he already in on the
I
first
mean,
ballot?
what do you mean? He's already in. He has 3, 4,
What? He's got
2020,
two as a Dodger manager in a row, right?
right?
This would be the
1 in
three-peat. Plus, he's got the
2020.
Red Sox deal with it's history. I mean,
Yeah, so he has 3, 4. 1 with the Red Sox, 3 with the Dodgers. So
so
that's already Hall of Fame status. But not just the World Series. Naturally, look at his record. He's never had
yeah.
anything close to even a 500 season. Okay? The man's automatic 100 wins, 98 wins, 99 wins. Now, if
And
you
he
know
innovated
anything,
the game too. The six-man rotation and the stuff that he's done bench-wise, which seems crazy, but he makes it work.
if you know anything about baseball, you know that you can have a bunch of talent all you want. We've seen talented teams. But being a manager is just that. Why do you think Dusty Baker was so prolific? Why do you think he's the only manager to take all these teams to the playoffs? Every team he was on, because he had a certain culture, a certain way that he dealt with people. Once you understand that you're in Major League Baseball and everyone's talented, now as a manager, you are the person that can make a difference between 80 wins and 90 wins, 90 wins, 100 wins, 100 wins, and 75 wins if you don't know what you're doing, as we've seen when first year college coaches get hired with no credentials to manage Major League Baseball teams, right? So managing also takes experience and intelligence and a
Exactly. That's the
real
point I'm making.
feel for
Thank
the
you for
game.
saying it. He's the smartest guy on the bench in the game right
You can tell
now.
me about the analytics and all that
I don't
stuff.
care. He just has a feel for it. He knows what buttons to push
Yep.
internally. Master chess game
So yes,
during
he's
when the
great.
game starts. He's it.
He
He's
ain't
it.
great.
But let me ask you this as a
Every
Yankee
listen,
fan.
hold on. Before you talk, think of every single manager that's considered great in every sport. The teams were loaded, right? But go ahead.
Pretty much, but you got to be able to manage them. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Of
You
course.
know, he's that guy, and I'd have to equate him. And you, as a Yankee fan, may get this. If you had to win one series in October, who'd you rather have? Dave Roberts right now, Joe Torre back in the '90s.
Dave Roberts.
Really?
If I had to win
Wow.
one game,
Yeah. To win a series.
well, Dave Roberts ain't losing any series right now. Dave Roberts ain't losing any series. Dave Roberts, let me explain something to you. Joe Torre was a losing manager in St. Louis, bro.
He was.
Dave Roberts never lost nowhere.
Point.
That's it.
I think that's a good place to leave.
That's it.
Anything else after that may leave a scratch in the record. That's J.R. Gamble joining us from the both the Shadow League, who's killing it on the Urban Sports Tip. You need to check it out. And then of course MLBBro.com. Shameless plug. I got my Don Baylor kind of had the same managerial principles as Dave Roberts. So check out MLBBro.com right now.
Don Baylor, first 6 seasons as Colorado Rockies manager, also managed the Cubs, 87 World Series with the Twins, 79 MVP with the Angels, Mr. Hit by Pitch is what I call him.
he
Because that
what was it, 267 times?
he just throw
If
that
you
shoulder, whoop,
what he
and
say,
one of the
if you
greatest
scared of getting hit, this ain't the game for you.
and one of the greatest batting stances, which you did not mention in your Black in the Day of all time. Him and Gary Carter, they don't have the high
That
batting stance
high, yeah, you're
anymore.
right. You're right. I didn't pay any attention to that. I was so overwhelmed by his numbers. I mean,
Don Baylor was a
and what that
monster,
79 season was bananas.
but noodles.
I mean, it's incredible. I hate that he never got a chance to win the big one, but when he got his chance to shine, boy, that's one of the more underrated brothers going.
For sure.
And, hey man, thanks for the time, bro. We got more of what you
Always.
came here for on the other side. This is how we do it. It's OG Sports Rap on the network. Download the mobile app because we all we got.